Hello and welcome to another episode of Real Talk. I'm your guest host, Kiera. This is a special edition of Real Talk behind the scenes with the crew. Today we're going to have on the show all the crew members of Real Talk that allow this great show to function every single week. And we're going to get juicy details. Right now we have Myra right here. She is someone that works for Real Talk as well. And what is your position, Myra?
My position is floor manager.
And what does a floor manager do? What does that entail?
A floor manager makes sure the crew and the guests are, well taken care of. And I arrange the floors and, make sure everything is okay on the floors, for us, the tables, and set up the, the stage and everything if we have a big, event going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, how did you become a floor manager for Real Talk? Like, how did you get on Real Talk? How did that fall in your lap?
A friend of mine called and asked me if I wanted a job. And I asked them what, and they said floor manager. And I was like, well, yes.
Okay.
That's where you hear all the juicy talks and stuff.
Okay, about that juicy gossip that we are going to get into. Okay. Now, on Real Talk, what is one of your favorite episodes? If you had
pretty
to
much
choose?
all of them. But I like marriage, and then it's like it was one on there for the team, pressure. Well, all of them really.
Pretty much all of them?
Yes, they're really good.
Now, aside from Real Talk, who is Myra? Where's she from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Show me state.
Show
yes.
me. Okay,
yes.
That's nice. Now, what do you do? What do you like to do outside of Real Talk?
I volunteer at the daycares and stuff like Agape Daycare. And I pretty much take care of older elders, and, that's probably why I'm a floor manager.
Because you like serving.
Yes.
Everybody can't do that job, actually.
Right.
I know what it kind of entails. And
right.
to be able to give somebody what they want, when they want, and how they want it is pretty demanding.
Right.
Okay, now about this juicy gossip that we all want to know. What do you have to say about your crew?
Well, my special one is our host. And
that's Watiq, by the way.
Yes. And he's like, that's my dude, you know, because he's like, oh, God, you just don't know about him. I stay on him, but I love him.
Right.
And he's a good one. Yes, you'll see.
Okay, but what's the
gossip? Oh, the gossip. Oh, man, it's like, I don't want to put his stuff out on there. Y'all see, because we're going to make a bloopers.
A bloopers.
Yeah.
She's going to put together bloopers of Real Talk and all the mess ups. But other than that, you guys are just basically a family, a team.
Yes, and we work together. Yeah. It was kind of, at the beginning. But we got together with teamwork.
What was at the beginning?
Kind of struggled a little bit.
Rocky.
We had to get stuff together, but other than that, we're a team.
A team, a strong team at that. And Real Talk is going strong. They have episodes that come on every week. This is Myra, the floor director, and we're going to have some other guests coming up, or not guests, crew members that are going to come up and that I'm going to interview and get the gossip. Myra didn't give enough. But thank you, Myra, for sharing what you do for Real Talk.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, welcome back, guys, to Real Talk of Colorado. We are still interviewing the crew behind the scenes of Real Talk. Now I have on here Miss Margot, who is the
executive producer
and the creator of Real Talk. So now everybody gets to see who is the brains of the entire operation, who creates the interesting topics that you guys see every week. She's your lady. Okay, well, hi, Miss Margot.
Hi, Kiera.
So I just want to know, what made you come up with Real Talk?
Well, what made me come up with Real Talk is because I wanted people to express their everyday living, Everybody have a story, and I wanted them to tell their story because I also myself have a story, and one day I will get to share it with everyone.
Nice. So Miss Margot feels, I'm actually one of the guest hosts or a co-host on the show. She feels like she said everybody has a story to tell. She loves the fact that she wants to put together a show that people can just express themselves and that they can feel like you're not important. Like, you are important and what you do in life matters. And we care here at Real Talk. Now, Miss Margot, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a director at a child care center. I love children, as you know.
Yes.
I also is a director at a school, which is Victory Online Academy School that I created as well. Again, it's dealing with children.
Right.
And I also like couples. You know, I'm going to get mixed couples, get them together.
She's a matchmaker. She likes to think she's a guru of relationships. Okay. Now, where are you originally from, Miss Margot?
I'm from Evansville, Indiana.
Okay, small town.
Yes, and I've been here. I came out here in 1980, me and my daughter.
And you've been in Colorado ever
since 1980.
Okay. Now, what I want to know is, besides running a school, a daycare, and a talk show, what do you do outside of that? What are your hobbies you like to do? Do you have any downtime?
No, because I'm so busy. I stay so busy. Dealing with the daycare, dealing with the school, and doing topics for the show. For my personal time, when I'm at home, I'll just wind myself, just relax and go to the show or church.
All right. Well, everybody, this is Miss Margot, the creator of Real Talk. She may seem like a woman of few words, but she is a mastermind of creating things. Thank you again, Miss Margot, for sharing your time.
Thank you, Kiera.
All right, guys, and welcome back to Real Talk of Colorado. We are interviewing the crew behind the scenes. Right now, I have Miss Andrea, who is...
I am the producer of the show, writer/producer.
Okay. Now, you just said writer, so what does the producer all entail? What does that job entail?
Well, a producer, in a nutshell, they handle the show, basically. They come up with the topic, they contact the guests, they set up studio time, meetings, and they're basically I don't want to say the brains behind it, because that's Margot, but they basically keep the show in line, the host or the crew in line.
The backbone.
The backbone,
Okay,
yeah.
the
I like
backbone.
That.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now,
Backbone, Andrea.
as you can tell, she has a sense of humor. Now, Andrea, one thing I wanted to know is, how did this job fall into your lap?
Well, I went to school for journalism, so I was already in that field. And like Myra said, I got a call about a show that was in the making and if I was interested in helping out. And I didn't want to host because I don't really like how I sound on camera, but I was interested in it because I love television. I love to hear people talk about their personal stories. I love the controversy. So I said, yeah, I'll produce, I'll help you. And now I'm here, producing.
There you go. Now, where are you from?
I'm originally from Denver, Colorado,
Okay.
Park Hill.
Park Hill. She just repped where she was from. For all you Park Hillans out there, if that's even a word. All right.
Park Hillbilly.
Now, what's one of your favorite shows since you do all the writing? If you had to choose, which one is your favorite?
It's hard. All of them. Our topics range. If I had to choose my favorite show, I would go with, I think, The Teens.
Okay.
I really like that show, and that show was a panel of teens, and they were discussing their trials as a teenager and what they go through high school with friends. And I thought I picked that show because I really love to work with teens. I love kids, and it was an emotional show, and it gave us a perspective on what is on the mind of a teen. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But as far as our shows, they're all interesting and funny. Some of them are serious. We have a little bit of something for everybody.
Right, and you guys definitely do. Now, what is something that you feel that you contributed to the show?
I feel that I've contributed my what I've learned at school, what my experience from internships, and I feel that what I really bring to this show is a strong mind, ideas, and an array of possibilities, and I try to be the positive one in a lot of situations. So I feel like I bring a number of things to this show, and I feel like this show is like a family. We need the producer. Without the producer, we don't have a show. We need a host. If we don't have a host, we have no show. I mean, I feel like everyone puts in a little bit of something to make a bigger picture.
Right, and it allows this show to function every single week. Now, no one has given me any gossip. I mean, can I count on you, Andrea? You guys are a family. We get it. You guys love one another. Things are great and dandy on Real Talk. But is there, any hard times, any struggles? Do you guys have problems at all?
Of course. That's how any relationship functions. You have to have those ups and downs to keep it balanced. I feel like everyone has a little bit of a flair that they might bring. I try to keep myself together. I'm all over the place. Sometimes I have problems getting the script to Watiq. That's like a snowball effect. If I get it late to him, then he can't get himself together Saturday for our show. Myra, she's pretty funny. She is the floor director, and you're not gonna cross that line with her, but she'll cross it with you. Margot, she's very mellow. She's not gonna say too much. She has a lot going on inside of her head, but if she needs to let you know something, she will.
Right,
but
for sure.
As far as this family goes, that is the mother of the family. She's gonna make sure everyone's good, everyone is in place and intact. Micah is like Micah and Watiq. They're the men, so they kind of. I don't know if they really stick together though. I don't know if they kind of gossip behind us, like, oh, they getting on our nerves. I don't know, but besides the little problems that we have, it's really not too much drama now. As far as the show goes, I don't know what goes on inside the set because I'm always back in the production room, but I can't really think of too much drama. I think one time someone had yelled out that they could replace Watiq as a host, and I thought that was. I heard about it, and I thought that was pretty interesting. But that's as much drama as I could give you right now.
Every family is dysfunctional, but they work together and they bring it together and they get a show on every Saturday, and it goes very hard, as we say as young kids. Now, Andrea, I just have another couple questions. I want to know, what do you feel this show is going to do for others, their lives? What do you, when you're writing those scripts, what are you trying to have Watiq portray?
Well, that is a couple of questions. As far as what the show can do for people, I feel that it's a great opportunity not only for the guests to exhibit what they've been through as a person, but it allows the guests or the viewers to also say, hey, they went through that? Okay. I'm not the only person that has this struggle. I'm not the only person that went through these trials and tribulations. And that's just the gist of it. I feel like this show can offer a lot.
All right. Well, that is Andrea, one of the producers on here, and writers. And thank you again, Andrea, for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Hi, guys, and welcome back to Real Talk of Colorado. Again, I am your host, Kiera, for today. So now we have Micah here. And Micah, your position on Real Talk is?
Director/technical director.
Okay, now what does that job entail?
So with the technical director, it's usually a matter of just switching cameras, and usually the director tells the technical director which camera to switch to and tells the cameraman which direction to go, who to get on. But since this studio is so small, I pretty much do all of that. I'm the cameraman, technical director, and the director. So.
Okay. Now, how did you become the director for Real Talk?
received the call from Margot, and she knew I was interested in directing, but even though it was more in a film situation that I wanted to be in, she knew my interest in directing, so she figured I could apply that same knowledge to the show. And I felt like it was a good start in the right direction, so I decided to take that role and start getting the experience, and hopefully I'm taking steps in the right direction.
For sure. Okay, now where are you originally from, Micah?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised.
Born and raised. Now what brought you to Colorado? Was it Real Talk?
No, a girl brought me to Colorado, actually.
Oh, those sweetheart one, huh?
Following love brought me here. So, that's why I was originally here, and then went back home for a little bit, and of course ended up coming back. So.
For the same girl, or
for the same reason.
Oh,
I
man.
couldn't stay away, I guess.
Oh, tug of war.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so being a director, what's your educational background, though?
My education is in marketing.
Okay.
I went to Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Okay.
And got a marketing degree.
Nice.
Never really got the chance to use it. And hopefully I never will have to. I hope that the show takes off, goes places, and film career gets started, and I'll never have to look back. So
not only is he good looking, he's educated. All right. Now, if you had to choose, Micah, what's one of your favorite shows?
Favorite show? I think my favorite show would be the teen show. It seemed like it was the most emotional and the most real. And I guess it's like more of a tie between the teen show and the Second Chances show, because I thought that the Second Chances show with Stefan was really intense and emotional too, and just really something that a lot of people that could relate to him might need to see that, and it could save somebody's life, really. So.
Okay, well, what I want to know, since you're the director, is how it seems like there's a lot of hard work, because you just named two positions. You're not only the director, but you're a technical director. So, in getting this show to function every single week, what is your everyday life like for doing a director position for Real Talk? How does that function? How does that work? I mean,
everyday life, I guess usually until Saturday is pretty easy. But once Saturday comes along, then that's when things start getting a little hectic, and there's a lot of variables to it that come into play, and not everything works out all the time. And sometimes we have to settle, and I'm a perfectionist, so settling isn't really in my nature, but sometimes I just have to bite my tongue and go with it.
Okay, now so outside of the studio, what are like your hobbies? Do you do anything outside of Real Talk?
Hobbies, watch a lot of movies, a whole lot of movies, and sports, not really actively playing anything, but still love sports still, and would like to get into maybe some flag football or something. And just started going to the gym again, so starting to get right again with the body. So other than that, video games, typical male stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and women.
And women. Oh, ladies. He works out, he's educated, and he's smart. So thank you, Micah, for letting us kind of crawl into your head and your mind and your life right now. And this is the director, everybody, Micah, who makes sure that the show gets taped and gets on TV. Thank you, Micah.
All right.
All right, guys, welcome back to Real Talk of Colorado. I'm your guest host, Kiera. We are wrapping up the behind the scenes with the crew of Real Talk. Now we have the meat and potatoes, Watiq. up, Watiq?
How you doing, lady?
Doing well. Thanks
Good,
for asking.
good.
He's the only one that asked me that. Watiq. So, I want to know, how did you become the host on Real Talk?
Well, apparently they had a host prior to me. I believe it was you.
Right.
And from what I understand, you did a fantastic job. I saw some of the tapes and I thought it was great. And I appreciate the opportunity that you wanted to take a step back and some other things that you wanted to pursue at the time. So I was reached out by a gentleman by the name of Jeff McWater, aka Kingdom. He had said that he was offered a position to come in, but he was busy with school. So he thought that that would be a great opportunity for me because he knew that's the type of thing I like doing. I like making people laugh, getting serious, asking serious questions and things of that nature. So I thought I'd be a good fill-in. So I appreciate the opportunity. Don't think you're getting your job back because you're not.
Ooh,
But I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Okay, so as you guys may know now, and you watch the show, Watiq is the host, one of the hosts, I like to add. Watiq, where are you from, though, originally?
I'm back from the East Coast. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. You know,
Okay.
I lived in New York for a while. We migrated from South Carolina to New York, stayed in Rochester for a while, and then my mom finally settled in Paterson, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I went to that school, it's in that movie, East Side High? With Lean On Me, that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to that school. I was
Oh,
in that
okay.
school.
He
Yeah.
wrote the song Lean On Me. No, I'm just playing.
Well, I had to learn the alma mater. It was good. It's crazy.
Fairy side. Okay, guys, we're going to get serious.
Yeah.
See, we're clowns right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now what brought you to Colorado, though?
I was in the military.
Okay.
I did 10 years in the military. I had been stationed out here in the Army. I was stationed out here in 84, 85, my first down in Fort Carson. Then I deployed to Germany. Was there for 3 years, actually a little longer than that because then from Germany, I went to the Gulf War.
Oh, wow.
Upon finishing the war, we came back to Germany and it was time for me to re-enlist. So being that I was in the war, they gave me the opportunity to pick a duty station that I wanted to go to. And, I changed my MOS to supply, which was, they needed someone to run a supply unit on Lowry Air Force Base. It was a small Army detachment. So I took that job and came back out here to Colorado, which, I love Colorado. Colorado's a good place to be.
All right.
Yeah,
First, thank you for all your hard work and serving your country.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate it,
Yeah.
protecting us all. Now, I just want to know, what is one of your favorite shows, if you had to choose, since you've been on here?
Well, to be real with you, all the shows are great shows to me. I think every show is unique in itself. It brings a different viewpoint on different topics that we go over. So I can say I had a favorite because, being that, I am the host, we have shows that are serious that, we take to heart and people get to, kind of give us insight into their lives. But then we also have, shows that are kind of low key, like we did a showcase last week where we had some artists on. So all of them to me are my favorite, because we cover a different array of different subjects at any given time, and they're always fun for me.
Okay. Now, what do you feel you contribute to the show?
Well, what I do, I bring that, that swagger, first of all, I'm an intelligent guy. I'm a bachelor, single guy out here in Colorado trying to make it as a single man. But, I bring the lightness to it, the comedic piece of it to, make you laugh. But also at the same time, I bring that sensitivity as it relates to the serious topics that we go over as well. So I kind of got that little gumbo, if you will. I've got that gumbo in me. So kind of spicy sometimes mild, but we get to the point. But at the same time, we keep the flavor and we keep it low key sometimes. So that's what I bring.
Cool. Now, outside of the show, what do you like to do
Outside of the show, I like looking for women. No, I'm only playing. Outside of the show, what I do is, now I work with a couple of different organizations, some foundations that I work with. I'm also working on a pilot show with a young lady who has a tea business. Her name is Y. So at the end of the month, we're shooting 4 segments for a pilot show for Food Network.
Nice.
That's one of the things I do. And also I do it, like I said, I volunteer a lot of my time. I'm actually pursuing culinary school because I want to be that person that has it all. I want to cover everything.
Okay.
So when I'm ready to settle down, I have it all. I'm that special guy.
All right, a Renaissance black
man, entrepreneur, yes.
Okay, Watiq. Well, like I've asked you guys all, a couple of you, behind the scenes, the crew members. Is there anything you want to share?
Yes. I got a lot of juice. I got a lot of gossip. Yeah, you know, everybody got to go before me. They said all their pieces, but I'm gonna bring it home right now.
Okay.
All right, let's start it off with Micah. Micah, he's a great guy. Micah's he does a lot of good work as putting together, you know, getting the filming and all that done. Micah's soft-spoken though, you know, kind of reserved guy, but you know, we get together every now and then to talk about some of the crazy stuff that goes on in the show and putting it together. But very great guy. Next up, let's talk about Myra. Myra is a pit bull. You know, Myra makes sure that everything is what it needs to be when the show. If I'm in here chewing gum or we got water, people banging on the table, Myra is going to correct that. Make sure that you got everything right and you do your part. Now, Margot, who is the brains behind all this, she's a very lovely lady, very caring, giving person. You know, she looked out for me when I was in my darkest moments, and I really look at her as a sister. You know, as a sister, you can go to her anytime and talk to her. But she sometimes is late. You know, she was late today. So I just need to throw that out there because she was she'll say it to me. Because when I'm late, she'll let me know.
Right.
But I mean, and let's talk about. I was kind of saved spicy for last. Andrea. Oh my, she is. Yeah, she, you know, she makes sure the show happens.
Right.
You know, she does her part. She's a very intelligent young lady, and she comes in, she knows what she's doing, you know, and I have all confidence that the show is going to run well with Andrea at the helm. You know, it's going to make sure it happens and everything's good. But overall, like, this show is unique in itself because it is us, you know, at its raw form. You know, you know, everybody brings something to the table to make this show unique and special. Right. So that's the biggest thing I like about it. That's why I like coming every week. You know, and I'm not even comfortable. I'm getting comfortable. It's different from sitting on this side versus being this side.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, interviewing. But I'm trying to get to that relaxed state to where, you know, I could come in here at any given time and the show could pop off like it is. So I really appreciate the opportunity that was given to me because it didn't have to be me. It could have been, you know, you could have came back.
Right, and I'm back.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Actually, she is back. She's going to be the co-host and coming back in because there are going to be episodes that I'm not going to be able to make. But by all means, you know, you're here. And we're going to co-host some shows as well. But I don't want to forget, too, a very special person by the name of Cindy. She is the lady who edits all of our shows. She does a wonderful job. Now, the thing about Cindy, because I'm talking about her, too, Cindy is a perfectionist. You know, her stuff has to be right, and she, you know, you can't just go in and say, I want this, and she's going to tell you, no, you don't need it, and this is how it has to be, and this is why. So she's very feisty, but she gets, I mean, like I said, the whole team makes everything happen. Without everybody in their unique pieces, the show wouldn't go on, and it wouldn't be Real Talk of Colorado with your host, Watiq. So with that, I love the team. I love them like family, and I'm glad I'm here, and I look to be around for a while.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. This is Real Talk, behind the scenes with the crew. We just heard from Watiq, the host, and as you've seen, all of the cast members that gave their insight and what they contribute to the show. Again, thank you for watching Real Talk. Don't forget to vote. Until next time, keep it real, y'all.